It's hard to argue with the scenery in Naples, Florida, both around the area as well as at the U.S. Open Pickleball National Center, as we have reached one of the highlights of the afternoon, the women's doubles final. The Anna Leigh Waters and Leigh Waters mother-daughter tandem looking to win for a third straight year, and Anna Leigh Waters, the #1 ranked player on planet Earth.
Yeah, Anna Leigh and Leigh have won this back-to-back years, looking for their third. And again, we saw Anna Leigh for the first time out here at 12 years old in 2019, and she's just been unstoppable since.
Leigh Waters has a pretty good career as well. She's won a couple of golds along the way with her daughter, and then one with Dave Weinbach back in the day. Bobbi Oshiro, meantime, she just is so consistent, Chad, does not hurt herself.
No, and that's, I've said it time and time again, she's one of those players that flies under the radar, but she is so solid, and she's so diverse. I mean, she can partner with anybody and make deep runs.
And Kat Stewart, already a gold medalist here in women's singles, looking for her second medal and looking for her second gold medal.
Yeah, Kat Stewart came out on fire in the semifinals. Really kind of took over the middle of the court. And again, when you're partnering with Bobbi Oshiro, it's somewhat easy to take some risks because you know your partner is going to be there to back you up. But Stewart is going to have to come out and try to put some pressure on the Waters, predominantly Leigh Waters. We did see Anna Leigh and Leigh drop the first game in the semifinals. Leigh wasn't able to find the rhythm. But then in games 2 and 3, she found her sweet spot, which was that forehand speed up from the dead ball in front.
Yeah, 5-11, 11-1, 11-1 for Team Waters in the semis against Von Rake and Bates. And Anna Leigh wasn't exactly sharp in that first game either on semifinal Friday. But Anna Leigh comes up with the winner there and the side out to get it underway.
Anna Leigh slides that forehand out wide. Stewart caught not moving the feet.
And I misspoke, obviously, the Waters starting with the serve, so they get the point here at 1-0-2.
Side out.
And now a side out.
A good job there from Oshiro and Stewart going on the attack. They are going to have to take those opportunities to be aggressive and start that speed up with the Waters.
Second serve.
Move to the second serve. Not an empty seat in the house right now to watch Anna Leigh.
Point.
And we're even at one apiece.
Leigh Court still moving on that uncoil from the stack. Good job by Oshiro getting that third off quickly.
Point.
Too much on it from Leigh Waters.
Well, this is similar to what we saw from game 1 for the Waters in the semifinal yesterday. Took a little bit of time for Leigh to find that rhythm.
Point.
Anna Leigh with a misfire.
Well, that's the danger right there, too, is Anna Leigh trying to come over and do a little bit more. Not necessarily the best ball to speed up there.
That'll be long by Stewart, so the side out gets it back over to the Waters.
1-3-1.
That might have been an out ball that was hit by Oshiro, but she hits a winner anyway.
Yeah, I think Anna Leigh a little late to pick up that ball as well, but a good job here from Oshiro to fight off this speed up from Leigh Waters.
Point.
That's a shot Oshiro wants right there, is that step back forehand roll. She tried to hold it a little bit longer with Anna Leigh That fake move.
Anna Leigh goes back and gets it, but that sets up the overhead for Stewart. Stewart in an overhead drill right now, and the Waters doing a great job returning all of them until Stewart finally hits one long.
Well, we've seen that a couple of times from the Waters where they keep throwing up those lobs, and it's so dangerous when you're forcing your opponents to hit overhead after overhead after overhead, especially when they're not creating an angle. Stewart going for a little bigger on that final forehand and ends up pushing it deep.
3-3-2.
There's the angle from Stewart.
Much better that time. And the side out, I'll give it back over to Oshiro and Stewart.
Ooh, I think there may have been some hesitation from Stewart right there.
Kat Stewart, converted tennis player. Made it to 158 in the women's rankings at one point in her career. Has appeared in all 4 tennis majors. Unable to handle that one, and it's a quick side out for Oshiro and Stewart.
3-3-1.
Oh, great defense by Oshiro there.
Ooh, just missed it deep.
Second serve.
Anna Leigh trying to disguise that with the body. Set up like she was going to take that cross court, and then
3-3-2.
tries to slide it down the line, but just didn't get the bite she needed.
Gets a favorable roll there.
Oh, stop.
The answer on the ATP. What an exchange. What an exchange.
Great offensive lob by Leigh Waters to start that. Oshiro with a picture perfect lob retrieval. Then Anna Leigh, the angled return around the post. Leigh Waters picking it up from the shoelaces. The crowd getting everything they wanted out of that point.
So serve back over to Stewart and Oshiro.
Oh my goodness, that was
Second serve.
back on Stewart before she even knew it came off her own paddle.
3-3-2.
Leigh presses the issue, and it results in a side out.
And this will be dangerous if Leigh starts using that speed up and she gets dialed in.
3-3-1.
Stewart and Oshiro are going to have to be ready to counter on almost every ball.
Good dig by Anna Leigh.
Second serve.
Good reach in there from Oshiro. Gets on top, hits that ball down hard.
3-3-2.
Oh, Anna Leigh tried to play the angle and misfires.
That ball got behind her just a little bit. Difficult to hit that angle once it gets back behind the head.
3-3-1. Second serve.
Oshiro and Stewart keeping themselves in it, but they've gone 7 straight serves
3-3-2.
without a point now.
Good lead there by
Side
Leigh.
out.
Again, Oshiro trying to catch Leigh Waters on the uncoil from the stack. It was a little too much angle.
And now you need another hold. They've defensively, the Waters have gone 5 straight serves without a point. So Oshiro and Stewart doing a good job of keeping the score where it is. But at some point against the Waters, you've got to do better than just tread water.
3-3-1.
Yeah, a lot of service sides without scoring is giving way too many opportunities to the Waters.
Point.
And now Team Waters back in front.
Great reset there from Anna Leigh off of the speed up.
4-3-1.
Going to make it 5-3.
Well, that's a patented Leigh Waters speed up right there. She holds it, and you see Stewart have to sit backhand and try and protect the line. Leigh takes it crossbody back through the middle, gets it to drop in right inside the baseline.
Second serve.
Anna Leigh didn't quite hit that one the way she wanted.
It's a good spot there from Oshiro. Jams up. Anna Leigh wasn't able to get that
5-3-2.
forehand extended.
No, you're good. Just you were leaning into mine. It's okay. And then you blocked it.
That does just catch a piece of the line. And that one right down the middle. And Anna Leigh will push it to 6-3.
Yeah, just an excellent court coverage, court movement, ball movement there from Anna Leigh. Changing heights, changing
6-3-2.
angles.
Point.
And the Waters now have
Timeout receiver. 7-3-2.
rolled off 4
1 minute.
points on this service opportunity. That'll prompt a timeout as we are at 7-3 here in game 1.
The Franklin U.S. Open Pickleball Championships on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by the official ball of the Franklin U.S. Open Pickleball Championships, the Franklin X40. Play with the best. By Jula. Ready. Always. And by Skechers Pickleball. Experience comfort that performs on court.
Well, the world's #1 ranked player, Anna Leigh Waters, recently signed a very lucrative endorsement deal with Nike, also with Franklin, the title sponsor of this tournament. Her mother, Leigh, says that winning the gold with Anna Leigh a couple of years ago was the highlight of her career, the first time they did it. They won back-to-back gold medals in the women's pro doubles. They won a bronze together the first time they played in pro doubles back in 2021. By the way, if you're curious about any of the stats related with this tournament, you can check it out at usopstats.com. It's a live database. You can see all the medal counts for each player, see where they rank up in the history of this tournament. Oshiro unable to get it over, and suddenly it's 8-3. And, you know, Chad, I mentioned it, you can't go 8 straight serves without a point against the Waters. At some point, you got to put some pressure on them.
Yeah, and the hard thing for Stewart and Oshiro right now is that the Waters are relentless with the pressure. They're going to speed up. That's a perfect step over there from Leigh Waters to thread the middle on the backhand. You know, Stewart and Oshiro just really haven't press the issue. We've seen a couple of speed ups, but Yeah, if you allow the Waters to dictate the pace of play, you're just going to be under pressure non-stop.
It came on the right side of the net, but it landed out of bounds after the roll off the cord. So Stewart and Oshiro get a much-needed break, and the side out will give them the serve.
It's side out. Yep.
Well, it was out, but it also almost hit Stewart because she was getting up so
3-9-1.
close to the net in case that did go over.
That one will not go over, so they finally are able to end that drought.
But that's better pressure there from Stewart and Oshiro, and I think they have to come out and try to press that issue, be a little bit more aggressive, try to get that hand exchange started on their terms rather than looking at defending what the Waters are giving them.
And the Waters not wanting them to get any momentum. They'll use a timeout here. It's 9-4 in game number 1. Anna Leigh Waters and her mother Leigh on top 9-4 here in game number 1. Better start for them in this gold medal match than they had in the semis yesterday when they dropped that first game. The only game that they've dropped along the way in this tournament.
Second serve.
And second serve after that gets an unfriendly rule for Stewart.
4-9-2.
Two-handed backhand. The daughter does it the best in the business, but the mom ain't too shabby either.
Well, she learned it from mom.
Exactly.
Yeah, great exchange right
9-4-1.
there. And again, once you get in those hands battles with the Waters, and they're able to get some separation, very, very tough to beat. Oh, yeah. Not only is Anna Leigh flying into the open hole right there, but then she gets the friendly net cord kick.
And that'll take us to game point.
10-4-1. Second serve.
That does just catch the line. So we'll go to game point number 2.
10-4-2.
ATP. That was not the greatest angle there for Leigh to try to pull that off.
Well, there wasn't much more of
4-10-1.
any other option there for Leigh Waters, but I also think she thought that ball was going to stay in front of her longer. Oh, it's in.
Oh, how good is that?
One thing Leigh Waters does very well on that offensive lob is hitting that deep corner. It gives her the most room on the court to get that lob to drop in.
Anna Leigh, the errant return, so we'll move to 5-10-2.
5-10-2.
And the side out gets it back over to the Waters. So third game point opportunity.
10-5-1.
Well, we'll go to a fourth.
Second serve.
Leigh telling herself to go to the middle right there. I think it was a late decision to try and hook
10-5-2.
that one crossbody on Oshiro.
Side out.
Stewart and Oshiro hanging in as the Waters have squandered 4 chances to end this game.
5-10-1.
keep it in.
Well, Oshiro was caught off guard on that speed up there from Stewart as well.
5-10-2.
Good job from Anna Leigh Waters just getting a paddle on it.
Too much on that for Oshiro. And the Waters will get a 5th and potentially 6th chance to end this one.
10-5-1.
Great defense.
Point game match. Level
And that
five.
will wrap it up for game number
Timeout,
one.
changes, 2 minutes.
11-5, the Waters take it. And about what we expected, I would say, Chad.
Yeah, that was a great performance there. A little slow to get started, but once they started putting the pressure on Stewart and Oshiro, it was all Waters.
Heading to game number 2 as Anna Leigh and Leigh Waters are looking at making 3 straight years, leaving Naples with the women's pro doubles gold medals around their necks. And what needs to change in game number 2 if Oshiro and Stewart are going to push this to a 3rd?
Well, I think Stewart and Oshiro need to come out and be a little bit more aggressive. They need to set the tone. They need to set the tempo. They need to be the ones that move that ball around and then start the attack on Waters. Right now, what they're doing is basically just allowing the Waters to dictate the pace of play, and they're really putting the pressure on Stewart and Oshiro with the speed ups. And it's, you know, we're seeing Stewart and Oshiro back on their heels, just trying to hold on and stay alive in a point.
Game 2 timeout.
Stewart and
0-0-2.
Oshiro in the near court to start game 2, and they start with the serve. ATP.
Oh,
And then Mom was there to clean it up after the return.
yeah, good coverage there from Leigh, stepping into the middle of the court after Anna Leigh. Really, the only option she had was the around the post. But Leigh got that ball quickly back on Oshiro. Oh, she
Stewart.
swung too
Yeah.
big again.
Point.
Not often you have that much time to size up an Ernie either. She had all day.
1-0-1.
And the firefight won by Anna Leigh.
Again, the difference there, I think there were a couple of times that Stewart could have taken the initiative and sped that up, and that's what we saw from her in the quarterfinals and in the
2-0-1.
semifinals. She was taking the initiative to speed up. Anna Leigh takes the initiative to be the first one.
Well played angle by Oshiro.
2-0-2. Point.
Well, that'll make it 3-0 out of the gates here.
That's good counter there from Leigh Waters. Reads that speed up off of the
3-0-2.
two-handed backhand of Stewart.
Point.
So again, Leigh Waters using that crossbody speed up. You saw how
4-0-2.
twisted she got. Kat Stewart. Oshiro had to try and pick it up and it was back behind her.
Good defense to keep it alive there after Anna Leigh got that two-handed backhand. Now the lob. And that was just a little bit too high for Oshiro. And Stewart and Oshiro are going to use a timeout. Looking at a 5-0 deficit and down a game here in Game 2 in Naples. Back in Naples, 5-0. Waters and Waters on top of Oshiro and Stewart.
5-0-2. Side out.
Side out of the timeout. So Oshiro and Stewart needed that in the worst way, but now they need to string together some points.
Point.
Good job there from Stewart. We saw that. A backhand attack in the semifinal.
1-5-1.
It was very effective this time, catching the paddle of Leigh Waters.
Second serve.
Oshiro unable to catch up to that.
Well, I like coming out of this timeout, but
1-5-2.
Stewart and Oshiro coming up, being more aggressive.
Anna Leigh does not land in, so second point for Stewart and Oshiro. I mean, why not come out and be aggressive? You're running out of runway. You got to do something.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is going to be out. So the side out back over to the Waters.
5-2-1. Second serve.
Unforced error by Leigh.
Yeah, that ball just stayed down a little bit right there.
5-2-2. Side out.
Anna Leigh wanted that one.
Overran it just a little bit. And she was trying to take that back cross into Oshiro.
So Oshiro and Stewart a chance to make it interesting here if they can put together a couple. Oh, they're calling that out. That was close.
Timeout receiver. 3-5-1.
But the
1
point
minute.
for Bobbi and Kat. Take another look. I don't know. I got a pretty good angle at that live, and I thought that might have touched a piece of that back line. The Waters did not protest. Instead, they called timeout, and it is still 5-3 right now here in game number 2. 3-5, Stewart and Oshiro with the serve. And mounting a little bit of a comeback, they've put together 3 unanswered points after the Waters opened up that 5-0 lead.
Second serve.
And that goes awkwardly off the paddle of Stewart.
Well, Leigh Waters is so good at hitting spots once she's
3-5-2.
found that rhythm. Again, going at that right hip of Stewart.
Point.
Back to a 1-point game.
4.
Well, you certainly feel the intensity level much higher on the side of Stewart and Oshiro here in
4-5-2.
game 2. After that early timeout when they were down 5-0.
And we are even as Oshiro Goes to the right side of Anna Leigh Waters.
Well, that's a great spot there from Oshiro because Anna Leigh had started to become more active. She was trying to take over more of the court.
I'll recall.
So Anna Leigh wasn't ready to receive the serve right there. She was
5-5-2.
still talking to her mom.
Side out.
And the side out after pretty productive service opportunity for Stewart and Oshiro, and we got a brand new
5-5-1.
game tied at 5.
Point.
Sure, a little frustrated right there.
6-5-1.
Anna Leigh right down the middle.
Well, that's just Anna Leigh Waters anticipating the speed up from Leigh. Reads the take back, knows it's coming, how quick and how short Anna Leigh is on that second attack. Can we say gear change for Anna
Timeout
Leigh?
receiver, 8-5-1.
There's a little
Okay.
bit more hustle in the step right there, and she's certainly kicked it into another gear.
And now they're 3 points away. Timeout here in game 2. Well, had it been anybody but the Waters after Oshiro and Stewart reeled off 5 straight, I would have said the momentum might be turning. I didn't even feel that way when they put together the 5 straight. It's the Waters, and they just bounced back with 3 in a row.
8-5-1.
Yeah, it was definitely a intensity increase for Stewart and Oshiro, but like you said, you didn't feel like.
Friendly roll, Anna Leigh a flick, and
too
out of
big.
bounds.
Point.
You didn't feel like the Waters had given up control of the match. And then, yeah, all of a sudden,
9-5-1.
Anna Leigh turns on the Jets and have reeled off 4 extremely quick points.
And that will take them to championship point. Anna Leigh and her mother Leigh looking to make it 3 straight
10-5-1.
years with gold in the women's pro doubles. Not so fast, says Bobbi Oshiro.
Oshiro packs a punch with that overhead.
So championship point number 2. Anna Leigh trying to get back over to that side.
Oh, jammed up on the last forehand there for Leigh.
Stewart and Oshiro getting another chance here. 5-10-1. Make it 6-10-1.
This one's starting to turn a little chaotic. It's good chaotic, though. It's
6-10-1.
exciting chaos.
That might have been an out ball that Oshiro hit.
Yeah, and you saw how quickly Oshiro looked to the sideline there after she hit it.
6-10-2. Side out.
And now we'll go back over to the Waters with championship point number 3 to make it 3 straight years with
10-6-1.
gold in Naples. And there
Point game
it
match.
is.
11-6.
The trifecta for Team Waters, your gold medalists again in women's pro doubles.
Well, another great performance by Leigh Waters with those speed ups, but you also have to say at 5-5 here in game 2, Anna Leigh Waters kicked it into another gear. rallying off the last 6 points to take the gold medal here again in Naples.
11-5, 11-6 for the Waters as they win gold yet again. All right, back here in Naples, Florida, time to hand out some hardware, and we'll begin with the silver medalists in the women's pro doubles, Bobbi Oshiro and Kat Stewart. And let's hear it, first of all, for them getting here and a fantastic run through this tournament. Bobbi, how great is it to be playing alongside Kat? And she makes a lot of things, I think, easier for both of you.
No, she's amazing. She's an amazing athlete. I feel like we've known each other for a bit now. We've had a lot of tournaments under our belt. She's great to play with. She's a great partner and a good person off the court as well. So glad to be able to play this tournament with her.
And Bobbi, you've had a few chances. You've left here with a few medals. I know it's got to be a little bit bittersweet to be leaving with a silver.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, kudos to the Waters. Of course, they're always great competitors. They're tough to always play with. But thank you to the crowd. We love the energy here. It's always nice to be at the U.S. Open.
And Kat, what can you say about your teammate here? I mean, she just plays so flawlessly, it seems like she really doesn't make any mistakes to hurt the side.
Yeah, Bobbi's the best. Everybody knows it. So I'm really grateful that I was able to play here with her today and get the silver. Kudos again to the Waters. And thank you, everyone, for the support this week. It was amazing.
And how tough is it to go against this mother-daughter tandem? Like, they read each other's minds. It's almost like they're related.
Yeah. Must be nice. Great playing by them and great experience for us, so thank you so much.
All right, let's bring in Eva Welsher, who's got the silver medals and the prize money for our silver medalists. Let's hear it one more time for Bobbi and Kat taking silver here in women's pro doubles. And time to turn our attention to the gold medalists, and it's 3 consecutive years that you and your mom have won the gold medal here. I know you had to settle for a bronze the first time you did it as a pro. That is a long distant in the rearview mirror memory.
Yeah, for sure. I think 3 years ago when we were coming to this tournament, it was definitely one on the bucket list to win together. It's just so special competing at the U.S. Open, especially in this center court. It's amazing. The crowd's always great. I know they said it, but we really felt it as well on our side. So the U.S. Open wins mean a lot, and to have won it 3 times in a row is, especially with my mom, is pretty amazing, and I'm very proud of her. I want this moment to be more about her. My mom hasn't really been, I don't know, she doesn't train on the pro tour anymore, so she gets nervous for this tournament every year and really trains hard a couple weeks leading into it. So the fact of how well she played this week is truly amazing, and couldn't have done it without her.
Leigh, how can you be nervous playing next to her?
Oh my gosh, I don't want to let her down. I don't want to be the reason that she loses, but it's just so special to be here. And I feel the love here from the crowd more than anywhere that I go, and we go to a lot of places. So really, thank you for this moment. I don't know if there'll be another one for me, honestly. So it's really special to potentially end my playing career here. I want to thank Franklin Sports for everything they've done. They're amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, the endorsements have been nice for the Waters family, well deserved. I do want to ask you. I know you told me a couple of years ago when you won the first gold alongside Anna Leigh that was the highlight of your pickleball career. Could you ever have imagined that you'd do it 3 times in a row?
No, I think this third one's probably the highlight of my career, honestly. And she's just such a special girl on and off the court, and I'm just so proud of her.
And Anna Leigh, before we let you go, I know you've had to jump through some hoops to be able to play this tournament, and that speaks volumes about what this tournament means to you. Why is this such a special place for you?
Honestly, it was one of the biggest tournaments I played as a 10-year-old or 11-year-old. My first ever time at the U.S. Open, I played with my 71 or 2-year-old grandfather. We played in the split age event, so I just have a lot of memories here. I think it's really cool too. A lot of my close friends, especially in the beginning of my pickleball career, come out to support me, so thank you all so much for being here. It really means a lot. It was also cool to play this year. I was debuting some new Nike signature shoes. I was using my signature Franklin paddle, so it's just a great event for me this year.
A fantastic player, a fantastic person, a fantastic spokesperson for the sport of pickleball. Let's get her another gold medal, shall we? Ben Weinberger here to do the honors and give out the gold to Team Waters as they win for a third straight year. One more time, let's hear it for your champions in women's pro doubles. Back here in Naples, some of the highlights from this one. The Waters do win it in consecutive games, but Oshiro and Stewart, they acquitted themselves very well with that comeback in game 2. And in the end, it's the #1 seed and pretty much what you expected.
Yeah, and we knew that Anna Leigh Waters had another gear, and we saw her switch into that at 5-5 in game number 2 right there. But again, Leigh Waters, the effort that she showed out on the court, and again, when you get in a hands battle with the Waters and Leigh Waters specifically, very, very difficult to come out on top. But I think, again, the unforced errors, we're just seeing it time and time again. When you have that big disparity between unforced errors and outright winners, like we see for Stewart and Oshiro, they were just allowing the Waters to really dictate the pace of play and weren't able to get off their heels.
All right, we're taking a break. Our coverage from the U.S. Open Pickleball Championships continues in just a bit.